Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. Consistent as I promised, there's a new painting that I'm about to show you, and let's get right into it. 3, 2, 1, now. Alright, so as always, starting off sketching it out. In my paintings in the past, I've never really done a full-bodied character, so this was pretty hard to get all the proportions right. As you can see, I'm sketching it out, trying to find the right sizes, and already at the start it looks very weird. Look how small his arm is compared to his head, and it just looks so. This took me so long to draw because the whole thing just looked off. So now I'm making the head much smaller and just fucking around with it. It gets really messy, this sketch, because I just couldn't get it right and it was so frustrating. I was thinking about rubbing the whole thing out and just do another painting, but what I always say, if it's not looking good, just carry on. Try your best until like it's really not working out, but yeah, it's starting to work out here. So once I was happy with the proportions, started to lock it in, Eddie. Yeah, even when I was painting this, I still changed some proportions of it. So yeah, I was at this point really happy with it. Doing the trousers. I think I still change a lot of the drawing. Or not. Yeah, so already we added the timer at the right corner of how long the painting takes. So I'm an hour in before I even started coloring it. An hour and 20 minutes actually. So yeah, doing his head. It was pretty small, so it was hard to get in detail of the face. The reference picture was Tom Shelby, but I wasn't trying to make it look exactly like him because I just wanted an old mafia style kind of picture. Yeah, and I fuck around with the face a lot because if I added in too much detail with such a small head, it starts to make it look like an old man, and we don't want old man playing with guns. It's not safe. We got the energy drink back. Every episode I'm going to be having an energy drink. Not sponsored, obviously. You don't get sponsored for 200 views. All right. So now we're 2 hours in and barely even done the head. So this was a long painting. It did take a while. Now, what are we doing? Oh yeah, the clothes. I love painting in clothes because it's kind of the easy part. So 2.5 hours in, and that's all I've done. Which normally I'm pretty fast painter, so you can see how frustrating this one was. Yeah, I'm doing the clothes, doing the trousers. Do what I always did, just do what I always start off with, just blocking in the main color. Oh, my friend's writing to me on Snapchat. Jacob Fulton. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't do the best job on the pants. They don't look au natural. So in the future, maybe I should work on that. Now, I was doing these small details on the top, which makes the clothing suggest that it's woolen or cotton. I don't really know the difference. But it's just given an effect to it rather than being a smooth suit. It's, yeah, a rough, woolly, cottonish suit. Cottonish. Oh God, as you can see, these dots took me so long. I didn't get the time of when I first started. But these dots, just doing these small dots, it hurts your hand too. It took me like, 45 minutes or just to do dots. So, Jesus Christ, 3.5 hours in, and we're not even done the whole outfit yet. Like normally I could smash a painting out in 3-4 hours, but this time it was different. Almost done the clothing, then the fun part starts. But yeah, guys, I spend so much money a week on canvases. I'm like, fuck, if I just take more time in the paintings, I'll spend less money. And then the paintings will be quality instead of quantity. So now I'm measuring out the perspective of the buildings in the back. I learned how to do perspective in, what was it? Yeah, 9? Yeah, 9. And yeah, it just stuck with me how to do it. I just remembered, it's pretty basic. Use a small point for the, at the horizon, which will be the focal point. And I put the focal point on his suit. There's this tiny little black dot that you can't see, but that little black dot pretty much created the whole background. I wish you could see that little black dot, but it's even hard for me to see. Oh, I see it. We're now doing the road, just blocking in all the colors. Not focusing on one section. I hate doing roads because I don't really know how to do roads, so I was just improvising and messing around with it. And yeah, that's all you got to do, just keep messing around with it until it works. If it works, it works. Adding some highlights on the road, making the road have a bit of texture. But right now it kind of looks like he's standing on a lake. He's Jesus. I'm painting Jesus from the 1910s. Now doing the building, and you stick to that same focal point. And if you don't stick to that focal point, the whole painting, the whole background will look a mess. Which I gotta admit, I did a decent job for freehanding it all. I didn't like how short the buildings were because it made it look like it was more like a US Western kind of building, outback, whatever they call it. So I made him taller. Now doing the horse, as you can see, I just added it in because in the reference photo there was a car behind him, but I couldn't see much detail of the car, so I'm like, fuck it, I'll do a horse instead. I reckon the horse looks better. And yeah, just outlined the shape of the horse, and then tried to get the proportions right for the horse, and then filled it in. I just got a random picture on Google of a horse. I just wrote front view of a horse and stuck it in. I tried to be careful of how tall I do the horse because he's standing about 3 meters back in front of the dude in the middle. So if the dude in the middle went 3 meters back, he would come up to about the neck of the horse. If that makes sense. Yeah, I accidentally made the horse look like he has a bum right on top of his legs, so I took out that hole. In the reference photo, the horse had a fucking bum on the front of his legs. So later I take that out because you can easily insert something into that. I don't know why it took me so long to do the shoes, and you'll be able to see that at the end I finally do the hands and the gun. I just couldn't be bothered doing them. I saved it to the end. Yeah, now adding some height on that building to make it look like it's more European. Fuck, hey Nonna, there's my Nonna. Hello, she didn't know the recording was recording, so her ass was in there for like 2 minutes. Anyway, 7 hours in, and Jesus Christ, that's a long time. I didn't want too much detail in the background. Like, I didn't want to take away from the foreground, so you didn't have to put much detail. Just free-handing all these doors and windows, which you probably shouldn't do, but since I started with the dude in the middle, so normally I always start with the background and do the foreground at last, but because I didn't know if I was able to draw this dude right, I'm like, I'll see if I can do it right instead of wasting all my time and finishing the background and then not being able to do the foreground. So that's why I did it like this. Anyway, it still worked out. Now I'm making the windows a bit more 3D. Eight hours into this painting. What am I doing now? Oh. Adding a bit more shiz into this, just to make it look a bit more believable. Now the background, the buildings in the background still have to match the focal point of the horizon. So the buildings in the background are still pointing towards that small dot in the middle that I started off with. Yeah, I'm trying to make this straight at the top, this big crane or whatever it is, because you don't want it all messed up. You don't want a wonky crane. And then, of course, I just freehand this. Yeah, flip it so it's easier to do a straight line. Yeah, guys, in the future I might do more of this perspective in buildings because it takes its time and it's cheaper than buying a canvas every day. So this painting took me like a week. Now I'll finally do the gun in the hands right at the end. That was so easy to do. I don't know why I saved it to them. They're just annoying. Doing some final touches and oh yes, here's our clock. So little features like that make it look much more detailed, the painting overall. And these things, whatever they are, probably for the birds to sit on. So they shit on the roof and not on the floor. Now I'm adding in, just when I thought I was done, like, nah, I'll add in some girls in the background. So I just start off by outlining the girl in white, because I can't do it black because I won't be able to see shit against the background. Make her, I had to find the right perspective of like how tall she would be. And if you see this painting in person, it's so tiny. The key is to don't add too much detail, because in real life you wouldn't see that much detail when they're far back. Now I'm doing this girl, and I think I made her a bit too short. Look how awkward she is. So then I'm like, nah, she's too short. So I added onto her legs and made her a supermodel. So I wanted her to be about halfway to that door entrance, her height. And yeah, now what? Oh God, 10 hours and 45 minutes in. Now I'm putting detail to the floor to give it a rocky, gravelish kind of effect. And the trick to this is to put white paint on half of the brush and black paint on the other half of the brush, and then kind of go into it with the white paint first and the black paint second in one stroke. So that adds a highlight to the rock, to each individual rock. And yeah, I was jabbing away here for like an hour. This was fucking annoying, painstaking and annoying, but you know, it's the little things that make the whole painting. Little things. Oh, just when I thought I was done. More rocks. I didn't want to do it all over the painting because it wouldn't look too good. It will be too distracting. But yeah, if you do a couple in the back, it'll give that effect that there's still rocks everywhere. So, and by golly, and we are done. 11 hours and 40 minutes, would say. So that's not too bad. And now I'm just thinking, fuck, am I actually done? Or is there still more I should add? And then there's the overall painting. There we go. Overall painting, voila. Well, 11 hours and 40 minutes, guys. So obviously wasn't consecutive, but yeah, that's quite a while spent on a painting. All right, guys, that would wrap it up. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed that long-ass painting. You can buy prints of it on www.alanjbrooks.com. Great way to show support. And also, yeah, that's about it. There's going to be a new video coming out probably once, twice a week. And yeah, thank you guys. Stay tuned.